There's an old mythical story about Persephone, where she was taken by Hades against her will into the underworld, where she was kept for 6 months out of the year. Her mother, Demeter, the goddess of grain, went looking for her, so the entire land went barren while she did. Hence why we have fall and winter. And then, when she finally finds her and restores her to life, there is a renewal, a spring. All of nature is reborn. But some believe the story was changed many years ago, altered to make it seem like Persephone was actually taken against her will, when really, she willingly went into the underworld. But why would she do that? Some say it was intentional, self-sacrifice, to face death of oneself, to shed every bit of ourselves, who we thought we were, our sense of identity, in order to rediscover our soul. And this isn't the only ancient mythical story like this. There are countless others with the same archetype across many different regions. But what all these myths share is the core of all religions: birth, death, and rebirth. The moon dies and then rises again. The snake sheds its skin and is reborn. All vegetation dies and is reborn in spring. All of this reflecting the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. They call the moon the mother of the universe, having both female and male powers and reproducing herself alone. And we have those same female and male powers within ourselves, the positive and the negative, the yin and yang. As the moon changes, our minds change, women's bodies change, the tides change. Like most animals and plants, humans evolved in a light and dark world, day and night. But at the time of the full moon, the night is not dark. Light is a powerful trigger of our biological rhythms, and many people still hold the ancient belief that plants grow mostly at night. And I don't know about you, but I see this all the time. Sometimes overnight, the plants will grow so much like it's magic. I'm always blown away by it when it does. The moon, with its humid and regenerative light, is better for plants and animals, while the sun is fierce, super intense, and burns up all growing things, sometimes even making parts of the earth uninhabitable. Early people saw the sun as the lesser fruit of the sky, and that it was the cool moisture and magical moonlight that gave life and fertility. That's why people have been growing food for many centuries, timed with the moon's changes. It is through observation of the earth, soil, animals, insects, the moon, stars, and planets that our ancestors and many groups to this day learned about the rhythms and patterns that make up life and the way that we are all connected. This is how they learned when to plant for best yields and when not to plant anything at all. They also learned when it's best to harvest and when it's ideal to make changes in the garden. This is the way I have been planting and harvesting my gardens and food forest, and I really see the difference. The moon's cycle comes in threes: waxing, full, and waning. When there's no moon visible in the sky, that's the new moon. From the new moon until the full moon, the moon is in its light phase. It's waxing, going back to full light. During this time, you want to plant anything that grows above ground, such as kale, lettuce, tomatoes, and zucchini. It's also a good time to plant your annual flowers. When the full moon gradually returns back to darkness, the moon is waning. This is its dark phase. You'd want to plant below ground producers, such as potatoes, beets, onions, and carrots during this time, as well as perennial flowers and flowering bulbs. And because our bodies are also impacted by the moon changes, almost every ancient culture would practice monthly parasite cleansing by taking certain herbs and plants. Many times we may even notice that around the full moon we might not sleep as well, may feel off or even ill. We might have intense cravings, especially for sugar, experience depression, digestive issues, or just feel drained. The full moon is the best time to cleanse the body of toxins and parasites that create these symptoms, because that's when parasites are the most active. They like to hide deep within the tissues of our organs. I typically begin my cleanse about 5 days before the full moon and then another 5 days following the full moon. I eat good, clean foods during this time, even bone broth. I lay off any strenuous exercise or activity and begin to take a variety of cleansing herbs like sweet Annie, which is very potent and even used in some countries to treat malaria. I also take activated charcoal and other plants that help detoxify and strengthen the liver, like Schisandra, which is in one of my herbal tea blends, Daily Dose. That tea also has stinging nettle in it, and when you drink it like a tea infusion, it has more nutrients and minerals in it than seaweed. Working with the plants is something I love to do because there is so much healing and nutrition that can be found in them. My most popular tea, Beam Me Up, is the tea I make just for men. It boosts libido, treats erectile dysfunction, regulates hormones like testosterone, and is great for energy and mood. I have so many others, so check them all out on my website, thenakedgardener.us. It has been wild watching the land transform these last few weeks. The weather is staying warm, and we've had plenty of rain and sunshine. My garden needed some serious attention, so I've been mulching, weeding, and reseeding. It's amazing to see how quickly we can go from cold ice and snow to warm and sunny in a matter of weeks. The energy that spring brings is intense, and I've been taking it in, getting so much done around the homestead, losing track of time, and getting lost in the work. Life here is always busy, but over the years, I've come to realize that when you care for the land, it takes self-sacrifice, an offering of ourselves so that it can thrive and be well. And when we do, she takes care of us too.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you in my ginger? Ah. getting hot. Let's see. What do you want to do? That could look really pretty. Yeah, we'll go with this one. It's so beautiful. I just love the colors. I'm gonna see if this will fit into the pot. We'll see. Not so bad. Let's try and turn you around. Look how beautiful you are. You're really heating up. Ah, what are you doing? Yeah, get out of the ginger. Get out of the ginger. Come on. Okay. So this is the one I was thinking about putting in there. I just don't know if I want to do that though. Usually I like something a little bit more stunning in that pot. So I might actually put this in the garden. Let's take it over and see. So it could look really good in here. Oh, the chickens are eating the flowers. Oh my gosh. They're so bad. You can't have nice things around here.
The past few weeks have been grueling because my garden was in desperate need of wood chips. Around here, it can be a hit or miss on getting wood chips each year. I've learned to constantly request them, even if I don't really need them, because the opportunity to get them again might not happen real soon. They delivered a mountain of wood chips, and it couldn't have come at a better time because the goats and chickens needed some in their pens, and my garden needed some too.
When the songbirds sing, it is time to go water the garden. For my grandma said it is good for the soul. And on wings of prayer, Lord, I ask for your pardon. There are many ways I need to be made whole. When the songbirds stop and I feel like I've been a failure, 'cause the things I've taught haven't come out the way.
As the weather gets warmer, it's the time of year when the pests begin to stir. It seems like every year it's a constant battle. It's year 5 of my food forest, and with each passing year, I ideally should be seeing less and less pests, but for now, I still have to protect my plants. I don't like using chemicals in the garden, or anything at all for that matter, so I try to keep my garden as clean as possible. But there are some plants that the pests love, such as brassicas. Last year, I lost so many of them to pests. So this year, I'm determined to not let that happen. I like using natural earthy products like diatomaceous earth and neem.
I usually feel like $1,000,000. Life and value, I hold such luck. I'm adding cash to my passing days. These golden years, they always pay. And all these years I deserve. If I spend too much, it doesn't hurt. I'm always climbing up that hill. Just living life, such a thrill. And I could go to the top of the world, and I would find 1,000 pearls. But down here, I'll have to stay. I turned 50 cents today. With some life up our sleeves, shared some roads, shot the breeze, took the words clean out of my mouth. You always had the better route.
Regardless of what you believe, there is definite moon magic and influence on this planet. So much mystery here to be explored. If we could all go back to observing the natural rhythms, patterns, and cycles that our ancestors did, I think we can begin to learn even more about these strange connections and perhaps understand it a little bit more. Or perhaps some things are not meant to be understood in the scientific ideology that we have grown accustomed to, but rather felt, lived, and experienced through another lens, a deeper inner knowing, one that's full of wonder and curiosity that keeps us reaching for the stars.